Hello, I'm Tzivia,
And I'm Grace.
and we love to talk about writing, dreaming, the places they intersect, and the ways that they sustain us.
Well said. Do you have a question for me today, Sylvia? It's our
I do.
topic.
I do,
Mm,
I do. I'm so eager to talk about it. I'm almost talking over you. I'm sorry. But Grace, what I love is that you take
mm,
a unique approach to journaling in your
mm,
Oasis Pages diaries, right?
mm,
Um, you're talking about building a habit. You're talking
mm,
about the writing habit. You're talking about diaries and journaling almost like a practice, right? Almost like the way, well,
mm,
you tell me, because I'm thinking, the way meditation is a practice or yoga is a practice.
mm.
Tell me what it means to you, this writing habit. And is it a practice? And if so, what is that?
Mm, very much influenced by that idea of, that came from the Eastern traditions, the meditation practice, the Eastern practice. But I've also thought about how in the West we think of practice, you practice scales on the piano, you practice sports, even rehearsals for theater. So this idea, in some ways in the West, it does have this goal, right? Practice in order to be, improve. What I love about the real idea of a practice is it's just a place to return. It's something to do that reminds you of who you are. It's a moment that you take, right, to stop and just express yourself. In this case, in a writing habit, and I think that return is what the invitation of a daily writing habit offers. The biggest challenge to writing regularly, remembering one's dreams, working with one's dreams, any of these is the resistance, or coming to a blank page. What am I going to do when I get to this blank page? So there's no wrong way to practice. That's what I love about the meditation traditions. If you get to your mat, you've done your practice. Get to the page and write. So
Oh, I
that's, I think, what I would say. Yeah, and that's the goal. I've set the book up as a quest, and to provide some sort of, I'm going toward some sort of getting somewhere. But truthfully, we write daily because we're compelled to write daily, not because we're trying to get somewhere. And yeah, similarly, I think that dreaming, I know you were influenced by meditation and yoga as well, and curious for you how dreaming on the page becomes a practice, or what are the elements of that. And then perhaps we could each offer a little go to invitation around these.
I love that. Yeah. Well, oh, I could echo everything you said. I mean, just like yes, yes, yes to all the things you said about the practice being what we keep coming back to. It makes me think about home. It's like almost
Yeah.
an imaginal.
It's an oasis.
You
It's
know, I love
it's
that.
a sanctuary.
It
Sorry, yeah.
is. No, it absolutely is. It is an oasis. It is a sanctuary. And I love that you showed your book. It's so beautiful. I'm so excited that that's going to be out in the world soon. Show it again.
Mhm. And there's the writing habit. So yeah,
Oh, I love it.
we'll talk
I love
about
that spiral too, because
that.
spiral also talks about that return, that coming
Mhm.
around and around. And, for me, it's been a lifelong practice. I talk a lot about, because I write about sleep and dreams and writing, and I do talk about habits, like every
Mm,
night we brush our teeth, for me, every day I take a walk. It's like certain
mhm,
things become so part of our cellular makeup that if we
mhm,
don't do it,
mhm.
that's what feels funny. So, or
I
feels
love that,
off.
Sylvia, because you feel better when you do those things.
Yeah. And
I
you miss
remember,
it when you don't.
yeah,
You
when
miss
I was in my 20s and I didn't like to make my bed, and then I just said, what if I made a practice of it? I'm going to make my bed every day, and then it just becomes that thing that makes you feel better that you did it even.
exactly. And for me, I feel disconnected on days when I don't remember, talk about, write down a dream, or on days
Mhm.
that I haven't had time to write. I'll sometimes find myself in bed with my notebook propped up on my knees, 20 minutes past my bedtime, because it's like I just have to put something
Need it.
on the page. It's almost
Love
to say I'm here.
that.
Yeah, so the practice is, it's for me, it's letting the subconscious know to expect me,
Mm,
right? And
mm,
so by building any kind of habit, like, I always use this pen or this notebook, or I sit
mm,
here, whatever
mhm.
it is, or it's
Right,
for this much time, it's like priming my subconscious to know
right.
that's what's going to happen. And it's building a relationship. For me, a lot of the practice is building that
Mm,
relationship with my
mm.
subconscious. For meditation, when I sit on this cushion or on this chair,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
know that that's what I'm going to do. So,
It's a stance, right? I mean, that's where there's an embodiment aspect to this. Yeah, I
yeah,
love
it's a
that.
stance, it's a relationship. I mean, there's so
Mhm.
many different metaphors we could use.
Yes, yes,
But let's
yes.
bring it down. Let's bring it down to one
Let's
thing that we do that we invite others to do.
to do.
Yeah, an
Well, I
invitation.
think
Yeah.
as I was thinking about this, the biggest challenge, as I believe and I know is have said, is the blank page, and that a lot of people just don't know what to say. And so I think the practice I want to share is something that I learned from a friend, a yoga teacher and poet, and basically get to the page and write what I want to say today is, or what I want to say right now, even better, what I want to say right now is, and go. That's what I would say. 5 minutes. There's then at least you're showing up and you're speaking, you're saying something, getting your thoughts out onto the page.
Oh, I mean, that really feels like a dreamy invitation to me.
Yeah,
So inviting.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to make mine really easy and elemental, because I think I'm glad that you mentioned, the coming back, and we drop it, we
Mm,
forget, and we come back.
mm,
So the thing that keeps me away from the page is feeling like, oh, I messed up my streak. Oh, I didn't do it every day, so
mm.
why bother?
Right.
So to really take it back
Mm.
one, so I'm going to say, just what I'm inviting people to do is put that notebook and that pen next to your bed,
Uh-huh.
and
Mm,
try every night to write down, tonight I'll remember my dreams, or
mm.
tonight
Ah,
something, tonight my creativity will manifest in the form of dreams, something. And then in the morning, pick up the notebook again and just write at least one thing, even if it's just, I don't remember any dreams, or I
perfect.
woke up thinking about blank. So at the very
Mm,
least, keep that notebook and pen by the bed
great.
and put something down.
Mm, I love that. I love the part about doing it at night before I go to sleep. I'm gonna try that, Tzivia.
Yay. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I was thinking, could you hold up your book?
Oh,
Because we want to make sure we tell people the big other invitation is to pre-order our books.
no, absolutely. And Grace, the thing about it is, I think both of us feel a little bit shy about
Mm,
self-promoting
sometime.
sometimes, right? But we're not just promoting our books.
Mm,
We wrote the books
mhm,
because we're promoting ideas. And these books can help sustain people in their practices. They're chock full of invitations,
mhm,
ideas, information to inspire you. So it's almost like taking a friend on the journey with you, who's going to support you and cheer you along with both of
mhm.
our books.
Ah,
So,
so well said.
right?
So well said.
So
Thank
pre-order, folks, right?
And I will point out, thank you, that this the Oasis pages, this is for teens, generally 13 and older, and it makes a great gift.
I want to say I've used it. So I'm a little bit older than 13. So for
Sometimes I
for the
say it's
young
for the
people,
inner
the
teen
people
inside anyone. I
right.
think we're gonna cut all that out.
Yeah. Okay. Bye
Should
bye.
we do another little, should we continue and then just cut this part out? Just try it again from so Tzivia, I was thinking, could you share your book? I'd love to see the cover. We saw the Oasis pages earlier.
Oh yeah. So this is very exciting. So my book, Dreaming on the Page, it's
Beautiful.
available for pre-order. But
Beautiful.
I wanted to say something because I feel a little bit shy about self-promoting.
Mm,
But really, the reason that you and I both wrote our books and that we're here promoting them today is that we're promoting an idea. So
mm,
I want this book, and I know your book too, to be
uh,
support for people on the journey,
mm,
right? This is a friend, this is an encouraging
mm,
presence, and it's full of invitations and inspiration. So do pre-order the books, Dreaming on the Page and
Oasis Pages Teen Writing Quest. Find your daily writing habit.
yay.